Hello everyone, Darkblane here. I just want to look at the Lost Sigils event. Now this is only on the test server at the moment, and it's been a while since we've had the Lost Sigils event. This is an event we have had before, but it's been a while. Basically what you have to do is you have to fight with random people, and you have to win those fights, and when you win those fights you get what are called sigils. They're just the resources for this event, and you have here 6 types of sigils. You have the Lightbearer, Mauler, Graveborn, and Wilder sigils, and then you have the Celestial and Hypogean sigils. In order to get these certain types of sigils, when you win the battle, it depends on what factions you use. So if you use the Lightbearers, you get Lightbearer sigils, and so on here down the line. Yeah. And all the way down to if you use Hypogean sigils. If you use Hypogean heroes, you get Hypogean sigils. And also, the quantity of sigils you get depends on the number of heroes that you use. So if you use 2 Mauler heroes in your formation, you will get 2 Mauler sigils here. And also, if you use dimensionals, you'll get random sigils. So if you have 5 dimensionals in your team, you'll get a random amount of sigils. Let's say you'll get something like 2 Celestial sigils, 1 Wilder sigil, and 2 Mauler sigils, let's just say. There's a whole number of combinations that you can get if you use a full team of dimensionals, though. That's just something that I came off with on the top of my head. So yeah, before I go into the battle here, I like to first look at what type of resources you'll be getting here. And yeah, you get your normal resources on top here, like your emblems, your red chest there. And I want to look at the Celestial and Hypogean heroes here. Looks like they have Zephyriel, Halus, Mizoth, and Mortis, and then also they have Wukong at the bottom here as well. From those 5, I would go for, if you don't have a copy of Mortis, I would go for Mortis, and then I would probably go for Halus as the second option. And if you have both of those, I would go for Zephyriel, and then I would go for Mizoth at the end there. And then, in terms of Wukong, I wouldn't go for Wukong from here. And then also you have your 4 faction heroes here as well. Yeah, I would definitely not go for the 4 faction heroes, because yeah, I feel like they're just a waste of your sigils, and also they cost 3 of your sigils here. And yeah, and then you have your gold, which that would be the last thing I would get as well, is your gold. Yeah, and the reason I would probably go and look at what resource you want is because this event takes a lot of planning to do. And yeah, looking at your resources, it tells you just how much of each sigil that you need. And yeah, then you can just start your planning. And yeah, you really want to plan out what faction heroes you use, how many of each faction heroes that you use per day, so you can maximize the number of sigils that you get from here, and so you can maximize the number of resources. The strategy I usually go for is I go for, let's say I want to get a red chest here. There are 2 boxes here for red chests. There is one that requires the Lightbearer and the Wilder sigils, and then there's the one down here that requires the Mauler and the Graveborn sigils. So what I would do is in the Lost Sigils here, you are able to battle 6 people per day. So I can show that here. If I click begin, it'll just do the matchmaking process. And as you can see right here, daily attempts remaining, it gives you 6 daily attempts. So you have 6 chances per day. What I normally do is I normally run the Lightbearers and Wilders on the first day. So I would run 3 Lightbearers and 2 Wilders for the first 3 daily attempts. that I have, and then I would switch the roles here. I would then run, for the last 3 battles, I would run 3 Wilders and then 2 Light Bearers, so that I can get an even number of both of those sigils for the first day. And then for the second day, I would do the same thing for the Maulers and Graveborn, so I would have even number of Mauler and Graveborn sigils. And then I would just repeat that entire process until the end of the Lost Sigils, essentially. And then, yeah, if you want to go for one of the Celestial Hypogean heroes, you have to figure out a way to include those Celestial or Hypogean heroes here. You have to figure out a way to include the Celestial or Hypogean sigils, include those heroes into what you want into your battles, essentially. So yeah, I normally just go for the red chests, because I'm always needing red chests, and also it's also easier than having to run with 3 factions. You only have to run 2 factions. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and begin the battle here. See if I can go ahead and win this battle. I'm not quite sure if I will be able to. They have the Awakened Tailene, which can sometimes do a lot of damage to your team. I'll just have to see with the heroes I have what I can do essentially with it here. Yeah, the type sigils are determined by the faction of the heroes in your formations. That's essentially what it says. And here you can see your battle rewards, so you can see how many sigils you'll be given if you win the battle. So let's say I run just a random amount of heroes here. I'm not really focused on it with this account, because this is only the test server. I'm not really that focused on it. So if I run all these heroes, I'll be given 1 Lightbearer sigil, 1 Mauler sigil, 1 Graveborn sigil, and 2 Wilder sigils, since I have Iron and Namora down here. So I'll go ahead and battle it here, and if I win this battle, I'll be given those sigils. And if you lose the battle, don't worry, because you can run this battle how many times you like. You can run it how many times you like. You will not be nothing will really happen. So as you can see, I lost the battle there. I didn't get the sigils, but I can go ahead and defeat this person how many times I like. And there's also the re-roll section here. You have to spend, if you find that this team is too hard, you can go ahead and re-roll for 5 diamonds. So yeah, that's a pretty good option. That's a pretty cool thing there. It doesn't cost a lot of diamonds at all. So yeah, I would say definitely if you can't really beat this team with the heroes that you have, I'd probably go ahead and re-roll. Yeah, I've re-rolled before, so yeah, that's definitely a useful option there. And they also have the Road to Glory up here, so I want to go ahead and see what the Road to Glory is all about. And yeah, you get there are special surprises right here. And since I have 0, you get the Stargazer cards, and you also get the Reward Choice chest, which is very nice. And in order to get more of these, you get these from the Lost Sigil battles and also from the event deals. So if you win a battle, you get these. I believe it's battle experience. When you win a battle, you get battle experience, and the more battle experience you get, the more resources here you can unlock. So yeah, there's a lot of things here. I can imagine a lot of this will probably be pay to win. That's what I think anyway. But yeah, it's just some extra resources that you can get from here. So yeah, that's the Road to Glory. And they also have the Mercenary here. So yeah, you can get Mercenary heroes. Mercenary heroes are not limited by the amount of times they can be used during the event. So you can use the Mercenary heroes however many times you like. I would definitely use the Mercenaries if you really need it. I would definitely use it. You get 3 spots here. So yeah, that would definitely be a good thing to use up if you're not really that progressed into the game. So yeah, that's the Lost Sigils event. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. There'll be a button above my head that will allow you to do that. And if you want to see some more of my other videos, there'll be some videos to the left of your screen. And thanks for watching.